They have been ascending the world rankings the last several years. Three-time British champions Lilah and Gibson. They've gone from 24th to 13th to 7th in their last 3 appearances at the World Championships.
On the planet and thinking, step into the sun. There's more to see than can ever be seen, more to do than can ever be done. Is the circle of life, and it moves us all to despair and hope, through faith and love, till we find our place on an island.
Perhaps at the behest of this music, this team has very open transitions in between their elements, often lots of crossovers that should be taken into account in the component score.
Light and the spirit of life calling. Lilah, have faith.
Their next element is the twizzle sequence. She made a costly error in the rhythm dance, a big reason why they're sitting currently in 5th place.
They live in me. They're watching over everything we see, in every creature.
Some trouble again on that second twizzle, able to maintain her balance, but absolutely lost all of her speed, especially on that third twizzle.
They live in you.
And Lewis losing his balance on that last sliding movement, perhaps because it was a sliding movement. We'll see if that merits a 1-point deduction. Overall, not a strong program for these two. Too much open skating, mistakes, need better extensions.
They set the bar really high. A couple of years ago, they were affectionately known and still are by fans as the Disco Brits. Very entertaining couple trying to capture that season after season now. Gibson from Great Britain leaving the ice after the free dance. You know, the last few years, Charlie, they have brought out some really special programs in the free dance, ones that the fans in particular really latched on to. They had their Madonna Vogue program, the disco program I mentioned. It's tough to try to keep reinventing yourself and to match that expectation of something new, innovative from season to season. And I think to your point, I agree, this one just doesn't quite reach the same point as the others I mentioned.
Well, I think you can see that their confidence has grown with the success that they've had, but they haven't pushed themselves to experiment or explore further with their actual skating. And I think that's where they perhaps have done themselves a disservice, and I think it leads to maybe having a free dance like this, where, you know, very well-intentioned, exciting music, and obviously you can see there on the twizzle sequence just a bobble able to keep her feet while changing edge. That was miraculous. But you know, they have nice lifts, and they always have, but I want more. I want better skating. I want to see better edges. I want to see intricate, difficult transitions, and I think they can do that, but unless they practice and put it in their programs, they're just not going to be able to. And, you know, as the luster sort of wears off of what they have represented for the past few years, they're not going to be able to maintain the scores and the intrigue of the audience and the judges.
Yeah, this is a team who's in fifth place in 2020 at the European Championships. And so high expectation for the level that you bring to competition when you're in that upper echelon. And so I think now, and we saw in the rhythm dance, some of the technical calls being pretty tough on them. And again, here with the step sequences, I think the standard is just pushed that much further in an Olympic season. The judges, or rather the technical panel, continuing to review some of these elements. That twizzle, where she had lost her balance in the second twizzle, is now being called a 3 rather than a 4. And as long as you're continuing the rate of rotation, you can hang on to some of those points. So it's a fine line, and it looks like in this case it's gone in her favor.
Lilah and Lewis have earned.
So Lilah Fear and Lewis Gibson, they would need a 108.69 to go into the lead. It won't be quite that good this time around, 106.19. So they will move into third place as the competition rolls on. Davis and Smolkin still with the lead.